Hello. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Hobby Business. My name is Dan Ryan. Today I'm going to focus on one of the lessons that I've learned selling sports cards on eBay. A little bit before we get into that, I do want to give you a little bit of background about myself. I've been collecting sports cards for about 30 plus years. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My father had a sports card store. We also went and did the local card shows. I remember being a kid, he'd give me $5 and I would get to go run around the show, dig through dime boxes and quarter boxes and try to build stacks with the $5 that I had. And that was a real great experience and taught me a lot about budgeting and found some really cool cards along the way. I was never great behind the table. I was always a better buyer than seller. So a couple of my social handles that you may have seen me interact before. I'm pretty active on YouTube Hobby under the initials DR for my initials. Also, I am on Twitter at United States Sports Cards. So it's at US Sports Cards 1. I also sell sports cards on and non-sports cards on eBay at US Sports Cards 1. So the purpose of today is to introduce myself on video and also kick off this exciting journey as I aim to document and share some of the lessons I've learned over time. So let's jump right in. The first thing I learned when I started selling cards on eBay was, man, it takes a lot of time to take the pictures of cards and post them in a way that you can see all the angles and see the condition of the card. And so the first iteration of me taking pictures was on my cell phone, and I had an old crummy probably 6 or 7 year old Android phone here. And the camera was really blurry on it. It wasn't great. But what I did was I had a lamp that I put over the cards, and I used construction paper as a background. So you'd have, kind of the card on construction paper, and I'd have a lamp shining over it. And I would stand up at the table that I was using and turn the lights off in the room, and I'd be standing taking pictures and then posting them right after I take the picture. So I'd create a listing, then I'd take the pictures and then try to post. My back and feet got sore after a long time. Standing up doing that wasn't the most enjoyable aspect. And also my pictures didn't come out as crisp as I would like it. Time went on. I did that for some months, and then time went on and I came into a older model iPhone. I don't know, it might be an iPhone 8 or 9 or it's definitely nothing fancy. I got a used one, but it took way better pictures. And then I also noticed that people were using photo boxes. So I bought a photo box off of Amazon, and it was about $20 at the time. It was a white photo box. It came with different backgrounds, and I used that, and I noticed that my sales on listings that had pictures taken in a photo box were better than my sales with cards that were on construction paper. So the pictures really matter and really help you out. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to do any sort of scale and you're planning on using your phone. I currently have about 5,300 individual cards listed on my store, and I've done everything through my phone. I aspire to have a big scanner. I just don't have the resources or the technological savvy at this point in time to do that. So I digress. In terms of if you're going to use a phone, make sure you get the best quality picture that you can, because it'll highlight when someone's scrolling through. It'll make your card pop out in the timeline, and then when they're looking at it, they'll be able to see an accurate representation of the card. So I did use a photo box. It was I bought the cheapest one I could find. It lasted me about a year, and then where you plugged in the charger to turn the light on, that fell off after about a year. So I picked up my this photo box off of Amazon. Comes with different backgrounds in it. It's got the LED lighting in the top. It has this part as well, so you can do some different angles. One thing I like about it is plugged in through USB, and it has a little clicker here, and you can dim the lighting and change the settings on it. It did come with different colored backgrounds, and if you check out my eBay store, you'll see I'll use different colored backgrounds on different listings. There's no rhyme or reason to it yet. I haven't really done a great job of color matching backgrounds to cards. I'm sure somebody that is talented with colors could do a really cool job with that. I paid about $30, maybe like $27.99 for this photo box, and I've been really happy with it. So I think when you're thinking about listing cards on eBay, if you're new to listing cards on eBay, really, assess what you can do with taking pictures. Some people use scanners, if they have access to desktops or laptops that work for them. For me, I do everything with the mobile phone. I'm always excited to hear what it is that, what types of tips and tricks you have. What have you learned with taking pictures and sharing them either on Twitter or posting them on eBay, or if you sell cards on Twitter, what tips and tricks have you picked up? Please comment down below with those. Happy to hear and learn from everybody. The purpose of this channel, I'm going to try to keep the videos short, focus on one topic, and share a little bit about myself and my journey. I titled it Hobby Business because I do sell cards on the side. I have a full-time job, but in the evening after I get my kids to bed, I'll stay up for a few hours listing cards, shipping cards, and I do that every night. It's something that has been a nice recreational thing for me to do. It also brings in, I make some extra money through the work. So I'm able to turn cards into cash, and then I buy more cards, or I do different things with them as well. So that is really kind of the big wrap up for me on this one. I do want to transition and kind of share a little bit, a couple collection pieces that I like that I think are pretty cool. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, for those Packer fans out there. This is a Donald Driver Topps card. When I was in college, I sent this to Donald Driver and asked him, I wrote him a long letter and telling him how I thought he was my favorite wide receiver at the time. He always brought his A game, but he always had a huge smile and was just a great Packer. And I wrote that to him, and I asked him if he could sign the card and send it back. And one thing I love about it is he actually put on there to Daniel Ryan, printed that out, and then signed Donald Driver 80. So I think that's pretty awesome. Another little thing I just wanted to share. I told you earlier that as a kid we had a baseball card store in Chicago. Well, so every time I go back home, I grab some more old wax packs and stuff to have with, and whenever it's been a long day or a little tired and want to have some fun, I'll bust out this. Check it out. So we have Topps packs when packs of cards were 40 cents. And so here's a box of 1988 Topps. So when I look at, ripping open one of these bad boys, I've tried the gum. It's gross. I don't recommend doing that. But every now and then I'll rip packs on Twitter and kind of just show what I have and have some fun with it. I also do, when I sell small flat rate boxes, if somebody buys 10, 15, 18 cards from me on my eBay store, I'll ship them in a small flat rate box, and I penny sleeve and top load every card, and then sometimes I'll put old wax packs in as buffer space. While when I used to do the construction paper for background, I ended up having a lot of extra construction paper because I got carried away and bought a lot. My kids use it, but I also use it for shipping too. So if I do a small flat rate box, I'll roll it up, and you can use it like this along the top of a small flat rate box, and that kind of gives you a buffer at the top of it. So that's one trick that I've also picked up when shipping cards. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. I'm going to be building out on this channel. I'm really excited. I have some pretty cool announcements I think coming up, and I'm going to focus on making this hobby business experience the best I can for me. If you ever have any questions, if you want to get into selling cards on eBay, you have questions, you can type them in the comments below. You can also always reach out to me on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there at United States Sports Cards. You can DM me on Twitter, or you can just tag me in a post. And I try to do my best to reply. So, well, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, kind of key takeaways when you're ready to start selling on eBay, or if you've been selling on eBay or other platforms where you're in control, think strategically about what your photos look like, because people are digital window shopping, and if you can get a nice, crisp, clean photo with good lighting, it's worth it. So until next time, have a great day, and catch you on the flip side.